This evening's meditation will be a simple one. We're going to begin, as we always do, by just breathing. And that will be the theme of this evening's meditation. The gift of breath and remembering to just breathe, and how important and life-giving and precious that is. And so we begin by just breathing in our natural rhythm. Whatever that is for you. And I'm going to be quiet for a few moments and just invite you to breathe and to be mindful of your breath. Just breathe. You may be aware of a certain rhythm that happens for you while you are breathing. The natural flow of air in and out of your lungs. And I just want you to take a few moments, each of us, to think about what breath means. When we breathe as a physical process, we take in the air around us. It goes into our lungs where the oxygen is fed into our bloodstream. The oxygen that we need to live. Breath is life-giving, and so when we breathe, we have life. The other aspect of our breathing is when we exhale. We expel the chemicals that we don't need back into the air to be used by the plants, by other aspects of God's creation. And I invite you, as you breathe, to just think for a moment about how beautifully designed this life-giving aspect of our bodies are. Those bellows that without our thinking, without our having to be conscious of it, even when we are asleep or sedated, we breathe and we have life. Breath is also known as spirit. That life-giving energy that is beyond a chemical process or a biological function. There are other ways to take in life and to be enlivened. There are also other ways to expel or exhale or to let go of those things that we don't need. And our own autonomic system has given us the perfect example of how to do that. So I invite you for a moment to just, again, focusing on the natural flow of your breath, to think of taking in the Spirit, filling in what life-giving energy you need, you seek. And then with your exhales, think of letting go of what is it that you don't need, that you carry with you now, that can be carried out with the Spirit's exhale. In the Christian story, Pentecost becomes a celebration of Spirit with us. And in that story, the Spirit not only enlivens and enlightens, but also brings the gift of understanding. So often we misunderstand or we react too quickly because we fail to pause and to breathe. That breath allows us to think for a moment. That breath allows us to calm down, to lower our blood pressure, and then to respond in a way that is most effective. And yet so often we don't stop to breathe. I invite us now for the next few moments, again, just focusing on the natural rhythm of your breath, to think of the Spirit's gift of understanding. Breathing in what it is you seek to know. one of the healthiest things we can do for our bodies, for our minds, for our spirits, is to breathe. So I invite you now to deepen your breath. As you feel comfortable, see if you can feel your lungs fill a little bit more. With each exhale, see if you can let out just a little bit more. And as you breathe a little more deeply, I invite you to allow that beautiful oxygenated breath to fill the cells of your body, bringing healing, bringing nourishment. You may want to even imagine that breath moving from your lungs into your bloodstream and just pumping throughout your body. Up to your brain so that you can think clearly. Down through your arms, all the way to the ends of your fingers, so that every cell of your skin is given life. All the way down to the ends of your fingertips, so that you can feel and touch. Imagine that life-giving breath moving to your eyes, nourishing those cells that allow us to see. To your nose, so that you're allowed to breathe and to smell and to take in what is around you. To your mouth and your tongue. Think about even the tiniest cells on that sensitive skin of your lips being nourished, so that you can feel something as gentle as a kiss. Think of those cells nourished in your tongue that allow you to taste and to be able to enjoy food and drink because it too nourishes you. Imagine that life-giving air moving through your body to all your vital organs, keeping you alive and healthy. All the way down through your legs and feet. We don't often think about how grateful we are for those cells that regenerate themselves at the bottoms of our feet and our toes, but when we're able to walk on sand or put our feet in nice cool water on a hot day, how grateful we are. that we have life in every cell of our being. As we breathe, we can feel the energy flowing through us, just as that blood does. And we can use that energy, not just for life, but for healing. We can allow that energy to flow through us in a way that heals us in body and mind and spirit. And we can send that energy out into the world. May all have breath. May all have life. May all have understanding. May all know peace. I invite you to take a moment now in your deepened breath to be still and to just breathe. Breathe on me, breath of God. Fill me with life anew, that I may love what thou dost love, and do what thou wouldst do. Breathe on us, breath of God. Fill us with life anew, that we may love what you love and do what you would do. I invite you to take 3 deep breaths as we prepare to draw this time of meditation to a close. We remember that we can always return to our breath, the source of life. Whenever we feel we need to be renewed, whenever we need to pause and seek understanding, even when we need to sigh, that sigh deep, too deep for human words. This gift is always ours. I invite you to come back to the space that you're in. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. We're grateful for this opportunity to breathe and to be reminded that we have life and breath. Namaste.